Welcome to Merriam's Online Academy. Today we're looking at Musette in D major by Johann Sebastian Bach. This piece is in the RCM Level 3 Repertoire book, which you can purchase by following the link in the description below. In this tutorial, we are going to go over some of the key areas of this piece and give you the tools you need to be successful as you learn it. We will be looking at 16th note rhythms, making large jumps on the keyboard, and articulation and dynamics. So let's get started. So the first thing we'll look at in Musette is the 16th note rhythm. So you'll see that we have pretty much just three types of rhythms in this piece. We've got our quarter notes, our eighth notes, and then our 16th notes. We're in 2/4 time in D major, so two sharps. Now, this will be our beat 1. Our quarter note will be our beat 1, and then every time we subdivide, we just have to subdivide further. So if 2 eighth notes like this is 1 and, when you subdivide 16th notes, you have to add more. 1, E, and A. And I'll just rewrite that to make that clear for you. 1, or 2, I guess because it's the second beat. 2, E, and A. See how each 16th note gets a count? So I'm going to play the beginning for you at full speed and then slower with the counting so you can see how that will sound. And then with the counting, 1 E and A, 2 E and A, 1 and 2 E and A. Okay? So that's how you would subdivide 16th notes as a 4-note group. When we only have 2 16th notes with an 8th note, we still count it the same way, except we would hold that 8th note for the 2 16th note counts. I'll show you. 1, E, and A, there's our subdivisions, but the 8th note gets the and A of that count. So for this bar, it would sound like this. 1 E and A, 2 E and A. All right? After that, all the rhythms are pretty much the same through there. So if you can subdivide your 16th notes, write your counting in if you need to. But otherwise, that's it. Okay? So let's move on. After we've figured out all of our subdivisions and we start playing it, you're going to notice that there is a large challenge in this first line. And that is, we start with our hands out here. So our pinky is on A over here, our other pinky in the left hand is on D down here, and then in the third bar, we have to jump to the middle of the keyboard. I will show you. And that's a challenge. It's very hard to jump so quickly and both hands at the same time in opposite directions. So if you're having trouble with this, that's okay. Here are some things that you can do to help. The first is to play it slowly. That gives you some more time to try and find your placing on the keyboard. However, if you're putting it back up to speed and it's still causing some issues, you could do a couple other things. One of my favorites is to just close my eyes and see if I can do it with my eyes closed, because a lot of the time you can, and your body has learned where to put the hands even with your eyes closed. So I'm going to try it. Mistakes, but you'll be surprised at how you can find your way even without your eyes. The last thing you can do, and this might be the most important one, is to just be daring. So for this jump, you know it is difficult, and it's going to cause challenges for everybody, including myself, who's been playing piano for years. And so you have to just trust yourself and take the risk and say, okay, I'm just going to go for it, and if I land it, great. If I don't, that's okay too. I'll try again. That This really is the most important thing, is to take the risk and you'll most likely get it. Trust yourself. So I'll do that. I'm going to trust myself and see if I land it. There we go. I got it. So we've looked at this at the 16th note rhythm. We've looked through the jumping. A couple other things we need to know when we're working on this piece. The first is right at the bottom here. You see all 8th notes may be played staccato. Now it says may be played staccato. I'm going to say must be played staccato, because we need the lightness. This is a very light piece, a very energetic piece, and staccatos really help with that. The only place where we don't do staccatos are with the quarter notes and the 16th notes, and where there are slurs. Everything else is staccato. Okay? So let's look at this second line, the second section here. We have some different notes. We start with A instead of D octaves, and then we have a different hand position here. So I'm going to play you from bar 9. Okay, now for contrast, I'm going to show you what that would sound like if I didn't play the staccatos. So it just doesn't sound quite right, and I even surprised myself. Just doesn't sound right. So we want to keep it nice and uplifted and very staccato. Okay, bar 13. Next line after that. We have some accidentals that you need to watch out for. We've got D sharps, D naturals, G sharps, and ties all the way across the bar. So I'm going to play this for you rather slowly so you can follow. The most important thing is to remember this tie, because we play a left hand note while the right hand note is tied. So I'll play this for you. Did you see how when I played the left hand note here, I tie the top note so I don't play it? Okay, I'll play it for you one more time at full speed. Okay, then one more line and you've learned the whole piece. Still left hand, we're on our E's. We have a D sharp, still G sharps, and we have one big jump. So we play the first 2 bars. E here, finger 2 to G sharp, tuck to A, C sharp in the left hand, 2 Ds, then jump. So you have to jump 3 to D, then, and that's the whole line. I'll play it for you up to speed. And there, you've learned the whole piece. Now you're not done, because we have a DC Alfine. DC Alfine, you might remember if you've heard this before, means da capo al fine. You go back to the top and repeat the whole piece until, that's what the al means, until the fine sign. So we would go back and play this part again. And now you've finished the piece. So we've learned all the notes, we've learned all the rhythms. The last part, and one of the most important parts in my opinion, is the character of this piece. So we already said the staccatos make it feel energetic, uplifted. We also need the dynamics. So let's see, we have lots of dynamic markings in here. We've got forte, mezzo forte, forte, piano, mezzo piano, piano, crescendo. So, all over the place. I'm going to play it for you all the way through with the dynamics so that you can hear what that will sound like. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Be sure to check out my other videos on this channel. Best of luck, have fun, and we'll see you next time.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching Merriam's Online Academy. Check back here for more videos and don't forget to subscribe below.